Hello everybody. Here we are on planet Earth. What are we doing here? I don't know. It's been one of those amazing days when you start to ask the big questions. You know, my favourite conversation of every day, beyond the drop of wisdom even, is when I speak to my daughter at night. She's 5 years old, and the questions she asks just blow my mind. And it really makes me wonder if the older we get, do we really get wiser? Or actually, did we have all our wisdom when we were little, and it just gets coached and conditioned out of us? I was trying to explain the Big Bang to her, and she replied, "But Daddy, what happened before the Big Bang? Where were all the people?" And I looked at her, thought, engaged heart. I couldn't think of an answer. I have no idea. It's a very good question. And the other classic is, "Daddy, how big is the universe?" So I say, "Well, it's infinite. It just goes on. And she says, "Yeah, but when you get to the end, what is there after that?" And again, you know, trying to get our brains around the notion of infinity. Well, please, you guys do the words of wisdom if you ever get the answer to that, because I have. Yeah. Anyway, that's the human brain, isn't it? That's why we're here. And I wanted to talk a little bit today. I mean, this is completely unscripted. I'm in the car, and I just felt like I had to talk. I think staring into that, you're in autopilot, you stare out the windscreen, and I think actually it's some of the best conversations and some of the best moments of thinking, of genius, probably come from when people are driving in a car or riding on a train, staring out into the abyss of life. Yeah, so today I just wanted to talk about how, as human beings, we do try and humanize everything. So we have a very set agenda, and we try and pre-pack things into a certain package. And the problem with looking at it from a humanistic or from a human point of view, through the human mind, is that it immediately puts limits on things. And that's why my daughter's questioning is so beautiful, because she has only been here for 5 years, so she doesn't have that human limitation. It's not been coached out of it yet. I think the education system has some really positive points, and I would never criticise teachers, especially after the sacred pause, where I've tried to teach my kids, and even just trying to get them to sit down is quite taxing. Sorry, just turning onto the motorway here. So let's take enlightenment, for example. I mean, how could we possibly, in our limited human minds, try and explain enlightenment? How can we pre-package that into a special little parcel which humans understand? And probably our biggest flaw is the fact that we try and make it simplify things so humans can understand, and then the whole landscape is lost and the perspective. Because we talk about enlightenment as if we're on this journey through many lifetimes, where in each lifetime we learn a new lesson, and the more we learn, the closer we get to this complete state of ecstasy, which gives us membership in heaven forever and means we never have to come back down to earth. But what if, my favourite two words, what if it's not a journey to enlightenment? I mean, sure, I 100% believe we have past lives, future lives, although I firmly believe that time in a non-human perspective doesn't exist. So actually they're neither past nor future, but that's just our notion of understanding them. But what if it's not a journey? I mean, as humans, are we obsessed by journeying, by shamanic journeying? Yes. But by going on a train, we have to start in one place. I get on the train in Paris, and I get off the train in London. And I get on that train because I have to get to that next place, and I'm not happy until I'm there. So when I'm in Paris, it's all about London, and then I get to London, and then here we go. But is London, really so special? So let's put that in enlightenment terms. So let's say we have our first lifetime in Paris, and then we go through lots of stops, and in each stop we learn a new lesson. Why are we so obsessed with getting to London? What if our life is all about now? What if enlightenment is now? On Earth, in this lifetime, right in this very present moment. Well, you're thinking, yeah, but I'm not enlightened, I'm not the Buddha, I'm not sat under a tree. Yeah, but I think enlightenment is, or at least it begins. See, I'm getting into that whole journey again now. I think it begins the moment we awaken, the moment we get an awareness of the fact that there's something so much greater to this universe than just doing our jobs, going to the shops, paying our bills. I think the moment we escape the rat race, the intensity of life where we take the whole world on our shoulders, like it's a burden, and I've got to do that next, and I've got to do the ironing, then I've got to do the washing, I can't even I've got to clean my teeth before I go to bed, I've got to cook the food, and I'm late, and yeah. Well, what if from that moment where we step off that whole rat race gravy train, stressed out lives, and I'm not saying even in enlightenment you don't have some little moments of stress, because of course we all do. What if it's just simply learning to allow, to accept, to be, to here I am, this is life. Is it really so bad going to the shops? My wife actually gets incredibly wound up by the fact that I enjoy going shopping. I don't enjoy clothes shopping so much in the way that, I'm buying loads of stuff, but I actually love just going to the supermarket. And, I like doing it in my own time. I am probably the least efficient shopper ever. But I'm there humming along, smelling the smells of a French boulangerie and the baguettes and the croissants, and then watching the fish, and man, that must be a nightmare to be married to. No, but really, I'm not saying I'm enlightened here at all. But I do think that the moment that I woke up, I realised that, man, this is, I think it was Ram Dass who said, it's just one big cosmic giggle, right? We are on a very serious journey, don't get me wrong. I mean, here we go, on this incredible journey of life, and it certainly has its challenges. My feeling is these challenges are put in front of us to allow us to grow. But actually, is it so bad? if you really took a massive step out, like beyond the eagle, let's call it satellite, serpent, jaguar, hummingbird, eagle, cosmic satellite. And what if you look from that satellite, even death is just like a tiny little blip. It's just a little ripple in the sea, a little ripple. And this whole obsession we have with the journey, with good and bad, moving from bad to good, moving from the darkness to the light, moving from yang to yin. What if actually it's kind of irrelevant? Because if you really think about it, that enlightenment couldn't even exist if there wasn't the bit before, because then that would just be the state we were in. And if you talk about going uphill, the mountains, and then going downhill, and it's easy and it's beautiful, but if we flattened all the mountains and we took away the waves away from all the sea and the ocean, if we took all the darkness that we've gone through, if we took all that away, then there wouldn't be any light anyway. It'd just be a really mundane, flat, straight, boring existence. Sorry, I'm babbling here, aren't I? So what am I trying to say? I have no idea, except let's just enjoy life. Let's just be. Let's accept that there's light and there's darkness. Let's be so grateful that we actually are aware that there's something more than just our human lives and jobs and taxes. That in fact, we live on an incredibly beautiful planet. That we're just going through this bizarre but beautiful time, the sacred pause. And let's imagine that life is just a dance. And when I dance to music, the last thing I'm doing is looking at the end of the song. Because my favourite bit is the bit where we're dancing and we're enjoying the beautiful music that's playing. That we're enjoying just being in that moment of extraordinary beauty, of hearing the beat and hearing the different parts of the song, of feeling the love and the majesty of being. And okay, so we're not God the DJ yet. At least not with our eyes we're not. But deep in our hearts, He's there. And He's with us. And He's beautiful. In fact, she is beautiful. So, enjoy just being, my friends. I love you, I love you, I love you, and thank you for listening.